I just made Link's fire-breathing shield from Tears of the Kingdom and fused it to a bunch of Zonai Devices! Yeah!
Hey guys, it's been a pretty crazy year getting settled into our new facility here at Herc. So I think it's time we take things back to the basics with a good old-fashioned make it real. We even rebuilt the yellow wall. And for this project, I'd like to introduce someone new. You might have seen him in the background of a few videos. This is Logan. I met him 2 years ago when he was working at an escape room center, designing and building the rooms. I was so impressed, I offered him a high school internship, which turned into a full-time job. And he's been killing it ever since. He came to me a few months ago to ask if he could tackle his very first solo Make It Real on his favorite video game series, Zelda. Naturally, I said yes, so I made him this Pro Pad to help him get started. There you go.
Thank you.
And since you kind of look like Link, the YouTube members voted, and you're gonna have to wear this Link costume the entire time. Good luck.
This is gonna be interesting. With this being my first project ever here, I'm aiming to impress. So, I've spent some time modeling up the shield in CAD, and it will consist of 3 parts. 1, the shield will be made of mild steel. It will be engraved and painted to look just like the game. 2, the POV display, which will act as the blue glow around the shield. Now, if you didn't know what a POV display is, it's a cool piece of tech that creates an image by spinning around programmed LEDs with very specific timing around a center point to create a blurred image effect that's almost like a hologram. This will be perfect for our guarding effect on the shield. And finally, number 3, a giant electromagnet that will act as our glue and allow us to fuse our epic Zonai heads, which I made up in Blender. I've separated the layers of our shield and loaded them onto our laser cutter. Our Zonai laser cutter. I'm using mild steel, so although it might get a little bit heavy, it will ensure that we get that nice damage protection, just like the game. We've made it so that our laser cutter engraves the decorative accents along the shield, so that way I don't need to go in there and grind them out later. I have my human helper, Tyler, here.
Are you gonna go all day just like that?
Whole build, whole everything, whole fabrication, everything, Tyler. I am Link after all. Smooth like butter. Oh yeah. We just need some plates because it looks a little flat. Let's clean these up and get to welding. Welding the shield is going to be insane, but we have to make sure we do it properly. So I have a plan. Just how you see here, we're gonna start with the base plate layer and stack up as we go along. So by the end of it, all these layers will be one solid shield. And by the way, fabrication with our new segment table made welding a breeze. All right, let's grab the front plate. How long has that been there for? This one will be a little bit easier because we just have 2 layers, so let's throw down some tacks. Now it's time to stitch all the pieces together. Stitching is basically welding, but in a dotted line. We're done welding all the shields, and it took a while. We've got the front plate and the main plate here. Let's go make it look pretty. Yeah! The shield in the game is a nice golden color, so to replicate that, we're gonna be using a base coat of orange with a nice top coat of gold. To add detail into the shield, I'm gonna be using an airbrush with some alcohol ink. This is looking sick. Now, we can airbrush the little Zonai crystals. As the clear coat I put on our shield dries, let's focus on our Zonai Devices! Hey, Owen, it's kind of hard to focus on my Zonai Devices.
You can focus on that later. Just come sit down and play this real quick.
Play what? I need to finish this.
We're playing Marvel Snap, this video's sponsor.
What's Marvel Snap?
Marvel Snap just released on Steam with full widescreen support, and it's an award-winning collectible card game where you battle against another player for cosmic cubes. Snap takes place over 6 turns, and each turn gives you 1 more energy to play cards with.
Oh, I see. On turn 1, gives you 1 energy. On turn 2, gives you 2 energies. Seems easy enough.
Every game also features 3 random locations that unlock as each turn passes. Each location has game-altering effects on the cards that you place there, and the goal is to control 2 out of the 3 locations to win the game.
Okay, I see the appeal. I think I'm winning.
Oh, you think so? Well, I'm about to snap.
What was that?
You can snap to double the amount of cosmic cubes at stake, either because you have a good hand or just to scare off the other player. Now, this is my custom deck that I've made, and I've been using it for a while, so don't cry if you lose. And to celebrate the Steam release, Marble Snap has limited time login bonuses, as well as Twitch drops that go live from August 22nd to the 29th. And for logging in on Steam, you get the free Mech Double Dinosaur art variant, which I think looks pretty cool. And to keep things fresh, they're adding one new card every week, so now there are over 220 cards, most of them with unique abilities, 115 locations, and over 1,300 card art variations created by renowned comic artists. Now, don't wait to play and join in on the action with our link in the description below. Okay, now go back to your Zonai Devices.
I was just getting into it. Can we play another round? Let's focus on our Zonai Devices! We've got our flame emitter, our shock emitter, and our cannon. This took 2 whole weeks to print. But all we've got to do is glue them together, plastic weld them, paint them, and then add the engineering. Let's get into it. Uh-oh. That didn't work. Do you want to redo it?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna start with the flame emitter. We need a horn. Let's see how it looks. Holy... These things are huge! We've got the flame emitter, the shock emitter, and the cannon. But let's paint them real quick so we can get started on the interior components. I'm beyond ecstatic with how these dragon heads turned out. We're gonna start with the cannon. It's just your run-of-the-mill potato launcher. Let's assemble it and add it to the head. Only one thing left to do, Owen. Let's test this thing.
Okay, we're gonna fire!
Are you ready?
Dude, I'm born ready.
I'm nervy, Mikey. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
What's going on? You're not getting pressure in the rag or something, or what?
Wonder
Do we
if
have
it's
a
not
shop air
enough.
adapter?
I don't, but I can quickly do that. I'm gonna keep it open just so we know it's at 30. And then we're gonna try test firing it. All right, there might be a bang. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. That was not a bang. It's not the big CO2 potato launcher that I was hoping it to be, but we changed it to a plasma popper with some 90s here, and with our tube going out the eye. We will have to have somebody operating it with me, but let's put it together and assemble the cannon. Break a pop.
Releasing gas.
3, 2, 1. We got it.
Nice shot, Logan.
Nice. Good job, Tyler.
That was a sick shot, dude.
Here, Tyler, for your hard work.
Ooh, thank you.
For the flame emitter, I wanted to make sure everything went as smoothly as possible. So I already made a prototype, which you might recognize from the ending of the Jarvis video. So what we've got is we've got a little whipped cream dispenser here, act as our container. We'll tap some holes, add some brass fittings and some tubes, hook it all together, screwing in our propane, and then we'll add a little bit of cornstarch. Let's close it up. Now you might be wondering how we're gonna ignite this. We're doing a little Zelda twist on this. We've got our new Gen 2 mini saber, a little fuse goo, and we're gonna fuse our mini saber right to the mouth here, so it points into our flame. Then we're gonna turn on our mini saber, lock it, and then I'm gonna push button A here, which will open our solenoid valve and push out our cornstarch. Ready? Firing in 3, 2, 1. This is just propane now, but that's still good with just propane. That works so well! Now, we're onto our last head. It's just gonna be a giant taser horn. I hope I don't get shocked while doing this. I printed these little wiring casings for our little probes for our taser. They sit in here, and then there'll be the perfect space there to form our little taser arc. Now we've got to measure our wire lengths from the probes down to the bottom of the horn into our head to connect to our taser modules. Then we'll connect our taser modules into our relays, and then that will be controlled with our Arduino here, which I've already written a little bit of program for. We'll power it all with our LiPo batteries. Let's give this our first test. I'm kind of scared. All right, I'm gonna hold this button down and we should get a little array of tasers. My ears. So it starts with the 2 bottom tasers here and it builds up, and that's our Arduino controlling the different relays here, and then it goes to the tip.
What the hell? That's horrifying! Oh god. Wow.
How does the process compare to watching it and doing it?
It's a lot harder than they make it seem. There's a lot more work with the design and everything. I was sitting at my desk for like a solid month that wasn't seen on camera or anything, so there was a little bit of self-doubt for sure going from the design to manufacturing because I had never made anything that big before, but seeing all the 3D prints and the shield pieces all come together I felt very proud of myself. It was special. It was cool.
Now I need you to put your costume back on and we need to film more.
I might need to watch it first.
I love how the emitters turned out, but they wouldn't be anything without our mighty Zonite shield. So let's check back to our design. As you know, there's two main components. We have our main base plate that houses our POV display and rest of our electronics. And then we have our top plate, which is held on with some tubes, and that houses our big electromagnet that allows us to fuse our different emitters. We still need to install the strap and the electronics. Yeah! It's heavy. We're gonna wire up the buttons and the handles. This button allows us to fire a wireless signal through this box here to our Zonai heads, and then we can select what head we want through this control panel here. All right, we finished up all wiring for the electronics. These are the Zonite crystals. We're gonna add those to our hanging rings at the bottom. All that's left is to make our three heads magnetic. For that, we'll be using these steel plates that we got from Send Cut Send. Their service is super simple. You upload your file, they cut it out for you and ship it right to your door. As a reminder, this green button here is our electromagnet. So we'll slide our front prongs in and see if it holds. Oh boy! It's been quite the experience building this shield and the emitters. Definitely a lot more than I thought it was. But the POV display, it broke at one point. It started smoking, so.
Hey!
Is it, what? I can't see it. Does it look cool?
What is this?
That is a little fox. No image? Anything? Like lights, blue, green? No.
How long did you spend working on it?
I was handed it on a Friday afternoon and told, hey, it stopped working for some reason. Fixed that, took 2 hours. Spent all of Monday on it. Tuesday morning, kind of still spent half a day on it. Wednesday morning, we've got to shoot. One quick little repair. Plug it in, whole thing explodes.
Ian, the POV broke, we need another one.
You mean the thing that the whole project's based on?
Yeah, the one that's $1,000.
$1,000?
Oh, thank God, this project's saved! I thought we were gonna have to throw this one in the bin, Owen. But, you know what? I'm freaking proud of this thing. Never built anything quite this big and heavy, but let's go test it!
All right, Logan, what are we looking at?
All right, shield itself, not too dangerous. But we have three heads. One of them is a flame emitter, shoots a big flamethrower at the end, cornstarch, don't stand in front of it, okay? We've got the plasma cannon. Okay. It's gonna shoot a basketball at the end. I might shoot you with it, Mikey.
What? Wait, hang on a second.
We'll put you in a helmet, we'll make sure you're safe.
Okay, all right.
So safe. And then we've got the shock emitter, giant taser, don't touch it.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
good.
Break.
Let's get into it.
Break! What? I gotta say, that looks a little unwieldy.
So no cannonballs, but these fit surprisingly well. My little friend, he's gonna have a rough flight.
All right, let's do it! Whoa! That was sick!
Cannon's working great, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, cannon's working awesome.
All right, for the Red Bull cans?
Let's get it first try.
First try, let's go.
Whoa! I even knocked the GoPro.
Who's
little snort,
unfortunate enough to stand in front of it?
This has a really good safety rating, so I highly recommend it.
Are we actually gonna aim for Rob?
Logan, you're aimed at me a bit more.
Just this thing shoots a bit of fire, so he gets the honor of the big Mike shot code.
Are we all ready to go here? Rob, are you ready? 1.
Woo! How was that, Jacob?
Let's go again. Yeah, give me the sword.
All right,
I'm just gonna shish kebab this thing.
So Rob, how do you think this is gonna go?
Ball's gonna deflate. It's gonna be stuck on the end.
Oh, not a chance. It's bouncing off.
$5? All right.
All right, here we go.
Do this. Leave a like for this, eh? I'm the camera guy. Okay, here, watch this. I'm gonna get my $5 here.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh.
Little
There's
hole.
a hole.
It's deflated.
Yeah, I think I owe Jacob $5.
Nice job, Jacob.
Well, proud of
Good
that.
call.
Another pot. Let's shoot this guy.
2, 1.
Wait a minute. What's that gold thing? There's a key in here. Tyler.
You can't just come at somebody with something like that. I got here.
I've got some plans for this thing, Mike.
Right, here we go.
Oh, I'm running. I can't run.
That was crazy. That ignited so quick. I was not expecting that.
Rice Krispie squares?
Got our Korok Goblet. I don't know. He's gonna die.
I'm a goblin.
Fire!
Look at that. Awesome.
These are good swords. Get them at Hacksmith store. We've got 2 Koroks there. We've got 1 Keys. Whoa! I sent that one flying. Whoa! Oh, there's another one. Yeah! Oh. Yeah! I did not expect that. That was clean. Yeah! 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 Go back to your friends! Yeah! Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Whoa!